Good morning, students of Standard 6. Welcome back to the chapter of fractions again. So today in our topic we are going to deal about the equivalent fractions. What are equivalent fractions? The definition goes, two or more fractions representing the same part of a whole are called equivalent fractions. I repeat, two or more fractions representing the same part of a whole are called equivalent fractions. So therefore you see the steps here. The first step is divided into two equal parts, out of that one is shaded. Second, four equal parts, out of two is shaded. Six equal parts, out of which three are shaded. So therefore all these are representing the equivalent fractions. So the fractions like 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4 is equal to 3 by 6. They are all called equivalent fractions. Yeah. Now to get a fraction equivalent to a given fraction. So to get the equivalent fraction, we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same natural number, or we divide the numerator and the denominator with the same natural number. Let us take for example, find equivalent fractions of 3 by 5. Now 3 by 5 can be written as 3 by 5 into 2. So multiplying also into 2 is equal to 3 by 5 into 3 into 3 is equal to 3 by 5 into 4 into 4. So 3 by 5 is equal to 6 by 10 is equal to 9 by 15 is equal to 12 by 20. So these are the equivalent fractions of 3 by 5. Now coming with the equivalent fractions of 4 by 7. So 4 by 7 into 2, also here into 2, then equal to 4 by 7 into 3 into 3, then 4 by 7 into 4 into 4. So we see that 4 by 7 is equal to 8 by 14 is equal to 12 by 21 is equal to 16 by 28. So these are the equivalent fractions. To find the equivalent fractions, we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same natural number. Clear? Now certain examples based on this will be taking place. So now let us see how the equivalent fractions are useful. 3 by 4 is equal to 24 by dash. Now what will come in the place of dash? Let us see. So 3 into dash is equal to 24. So 3 is multiplied by what to get 24? 8. So similarly 4 should also be multiplied by 8. Then we get 32. So the required here would be 32. Clear? Now second case, 2 by 7 is equal to dash by 35. Now we take 7 into dash is equal to 35. Now what should 7 be multiplied to get 35? So 7, 5 is 35. So therefore 2 must also be multiplied by 5, then we get 10. So we see that we get here 10. Clear? Now next is 24 by 60 equals 2 by dash. Now here 24 should be divided by what to get 2. So what should 24 be divided to get 2? So obviously 24 should be divided by 12 to get 2. So similarly we divide 60 by 12 and we get 5. So we put the 5 over here. Clear? So this way we know that to find the equivalent fractions, we can multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same natural number, or divide the numerator and the denominator with the same natural number. Clear? Next. How to test whether the two given fractions are equivalent or not. So suppose we have to find out the given two fractions are equivalent or not. So how do we find? So let us see the rule. What does it say? If A by B and C by D are two given fractions, then by cross multiplication. So cross multiplication, that means A by B into C by D, we do cross multiplication. That means A into D, B into C. If AD is equal to BC, then they are equivalent. If AD is not equal to BC, they are not equivalent. Therefore, if the cross products are equal, then they are equivalent. If the cross products are not equal, they are not equivalent. This can be clearly shown by the example here. 6 by 10 and 9 by 15, are they equivalent? Let us see by cross multiplication. So by cross multiplication, we find that 6 into 15 is 90 and 10 into 9 is also 90. Therefore, the cross products are equal and hence the fractions are equivalent. If the cross products are not equal, the fractions will not be equivalent. Clear? Next, how to reduce the fraction to the lowest term or to the simplest form. So to reduce the fraction in the simplest form, you have learnt in last lower classes also. So just a review of how to revise. Now first we have given reduce 72 by 90 into the lowest term. So first we have the SCF method. SCF, by finding the SCF of the two numbers. Like we have here 72 by 90. So we find the SCF. So 72 and 90, we know the division method of finding the SCF. 72 ones are 72, 8, 18. So this becomes the divisor. This comes here 72 and then 18, 4s are 72. Therefore 18 is the HCF of these two numbers. So what we do is, so 72 by 90 is equal to 72 by 90 divided by 18, also down divided by 18. This will give 4 by 5. So therefore, reducing to the lowest term gives you 4 by 5. This is by finding the HCF. The second method is by finding the prime factorization method. PF we call it, the prime factorization method. That is 72 by 90. Okay. So therefore, we take here 72 by 90. We find the prime factorization. Already you have learned how to find the prime factorization. Like 72, we take here 2, 36, 2, 18, 2, 9, 3, 3. So it's equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Okay. So we get. Now 90, if you take 90, 2 45s are, 3 15s are, and 3 5s are. So we take here is equal to 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. That means, so we get the prime factor. Now we follow the cancellation method. So what is cancellation? So 2 and 2 goes, then 1 3, 1 3, next 3, next 3. Now we are left with 2 into 2 by 5. So this becomes 4 by 5. Now we see that this becomes similar to that with the prime factorization method also. So to reduce a fraction to the lowest term, we first find the SCF of the two given numbers and divide the numerator and the denominator with the SCF, and we get the fraction to the lowest term. Secondly is by finding the prime factors. We find the prime factors of the number, and by the cancellation method, what is left over we write 4 by 5. So both the ways you see that it is coming 4 by 5. This is way to reduce the fraction to the lowest term. Now, comparison of fraction. How do we compare the fraction? That means how do we know that which fraction is bigger, which fraction is smaller? So for that we have the rules, simple rules already we have learned. So among two given fractions with the same denominator, the one with the greater numerator is the greater fractional number. That means if the fractions are having the same denominators, then the greater numerator is the greater fractional number. This can be shown by the example. Now we have 4 by 9, 2 by 9. In both the cases the denominators are same, but this one has the bigger numerator, so this 4 by 9 is the greater fractional number. Similarly 8 by 11 and 6 by 11, they have the same denominator, but the greater numerator is 8, but 6 is less, so 8 is the greater fractional number. Follow the first part, they are having the same denominators, then the fraction with the greater numerator is the greater fractional number. Second, among two fractions with the same numerator, the one with the smaller denominator is the greater fraction. Suppose the two fractions are having the same numerator, then the fraction with the smaller denominator is the greater fractional number. Let us take for example 3 by 5 and 3 by 7. Both are having the same denominator, but the one which is having the smaller denominator. Both are having the same numerator, but the smaller denominator. Now 3 by 5 is 5 with the smaller denominator, so 3 by 5 is the greater fractional number. Now 4 by 9, 4 by 15, both are having the same numerator, but 4 by 9 has the smaller denominator, and so 4 by 9 is the greater fractional number. Clear? Now, how do we compare two or more fractions? So the comparison of two and more fractions, how do we compare that which fraction is greater if they are of the different denominators? Now to make them into, first we convert them into like equivalent fractions or convert them into same denominators, then we follow the same rule, same denominator, the greater numerator is the greater fractional number. Let us see 6 and 9. So first we find the LCM of 6 and 9. We know that it is 18. You have already learned 6 is 18 and 9 is 18. Now we take individually 5 by 6. So 5 by 6. Now 6 has to be multiplied by what to get 18? So 6 into 3 is 18. So we multiply the denominator. Also the numerator must be multiplied by the same number. So we get 15 by 18. Clear? Now similarly we have 7 by 9. So 7 by 9 is there. So how do? So we have to multiply that 7 by 9. 9 multiplied by what to get 18? Into 2. Here also into 2. So we get here 14 by 18. Both are having the same denominator. Now the fraction with the bigger numerator is the greater fractional number. So now we can put down here 15 by 18 is greater than 14 by 18. So now we see which number is corresponding to what? 15 by 18 is corresponding to 5 by 6. So therefore 5 by 6 is greater than 7 by 9. Clear? So to find Next we move on with, if you have more problem based on that. Now how do we arrange the given fractions in ascending or descending order? Ascending means small to big and descend means from big to small. So vice versa. So the process remains the same. So first we have to convert them into like equivalent fractions and then follow the same rule, same denominators. The greater numerator is the greater fraction number. So let us see now LCM of 4, 12 and 16. 4, 12, 16. Let us find the LCM. So 2, 2s are 4, 2 6s are 12, 2 8s are 16. Then 2, 1, 3, 4. So therefore LCM is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 4 is equal to 48. So 48 is the LCM. Clear? Now we take individual fractions. So 3, 5, 4 is equal to 3, 5, 4 into, with what we multiplied 4 to get 48, so multiply by 12. So here also 12. So 3 12s are 36 and 4 12s are 48. Next we take 5 by 12. 5 by 12 is equal to 5 by 12. So 12 multiplied by what to get 48? So 12, 4s are 48. Here also we multiply by 4. So becomes 20 by 48. By 16 is equal to 9 by 16 into how many times? 3 times. Into 3, we get here 27 by 48. So we see that all the denominators are same. Now we can find out, because same denominators, the greater numerator is the greater fraction number. So therefore we see the smallest one is what? 20 by 48. So 20 by 48. Then you come to 27 by 48. Then you come back to 36 by 48. Clear? So therefore, if you see the corresponding fractions, 20 by 48 is 5 by 12, is smaller than, next than 27 by 49 by 16, and then you get here 3 by 4. Correct? So we see in this way we find the fractions, they are easy to convert into other fraction. So now we see for today's topic we have only this. Coming next would be the operations on fractions, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and the word problem on fractions. Till then, take care of yourself, be safe.